Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the losers round, the semifinal between Sonicshadowsilver2 and MegaSlim1. I am Crazy Comics. I will be one of your commentators, and I am joined by
Chico. What is up, everybody? Hope everyone's doing well. Having a good week, staying safe, taking care of themselves, ready to enjoy this race. We're getting really deep in the bracket here now at this point, right?
Yeah, we got, including this match, we have 3 left. The winner of this will go up against Jerry Weekstrike, and then the winner of that will go up against an N10 in the final match. So, yeah, we are getting down to the end of it here. But, yeah, so runners about ready to start. But looking at the tracker, Zach rolled a neat seed. That is
I would say so. It's not every seed that you see STT being like the big guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, at this point, I think instead of final form being like your end-all be-all form to find, limit is probably the most important one to find in this match, at least.
Yeah, and then this is all just bare bones STT, right? So exactly.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And then other than that, it's pretty evenly divided among most of the worlds. Like SP and 100 Acre Wood, we don't really have to go to. Levels and OC are 5, so there's going to be something there. But yeah, everything else is either got a good amount of checks, or they've got the scary numbers. They've got the 10s, the 12s, Halloween Town being a 15. Like, there's a bunch of different interesting
we're
pieces.
going to find out what they have in store for us because the racers aren't off.
Absolutely. So we got a torn page right out the bat. Was that a light and darkness that I saw in the Keepler? There's a flare force on Donald, so
report as well for Disney Castle. So we know that is a reflect and a 5 there.
Ooh. That's good information to find, because reflect is really good, and plus you add that 5 in there. Like, DC is a pretty good early push now.
Yeah, definitely. The world could be nice, and they might not have to push it at all, but we'll see.
Right.
It's always nice when you get a clear Disney Castle before a mini escort.
Right. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to push the Timeless River, but I mean, if you don't have that 5, I mean, it's still a definite possibility that you're going to have to go there at some point.
We have another report saying Beast Castle is a blizzard, so another world that's a 7-5.
There you go, getting second chance, so there's one of your 5s off the board. So, yeah, this is a pretty interesting opening here. Pride Lands is given some good information and is now sitting at a 15, so that's 3 and a 5 and a 5, 3 and 7 and a 5, 3 5s, bunch of different combinations here at the beginning. Could have 5 more reports.
Yeah, 15s, they do have a possibility to be a little funky, but that would just be insane, right? If it was just a huge library.
Oh, yeah. Just get all the information out of the way, like at the beginning.
Best bet, it's either 7-5 and then a report, or you could throw like a form in there in a different combination.
Well, we got a magnet, so now it is a 5 in
there we go, 7-5-3. That's
and
quite a few 5s now, also. Like 4 of them that we could account for.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, actually. With already knowing OC and...
proof here in Pride Lands.
Oh, man.
1 down.
1 down, 2 to go. Could we see a jet seed today? This could get interesting.
Imagine if SCT just plays no role in this seed. It's just there.
Yeah. Yeah, like it is probably stacked with all the forms, but might not be needed.
Does STT have limit? Another report. We know that it doesn't have final, because that is telling us that Hollow Bastion does have final form, moving that world to a 29.
Interesting. Yeah, that final form, if I was correct in what I saw of the Keyblade having light and darkness, that final form like is not all that important to push at this point. When you can just get another form in Force Final. So nothing in the shotgun push of LOD, so we're heading into Halloween Town on Slim side. Sonic is just now finishing up in Pride Lands. And Sonic is going into Agrabah, so we're going to get our first deviation.
Okay.
Wow. That is another magnet, like right off the bat in Agrabah. So we got some pretty good crowd control coming out of the beginning of this section here. Oh, there's our limit form. So
Gotta love it, right?
All right, now our STT is on the board.
Right. It's undoubtedly it's a temptation, right? It has to be.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, I would guarantee at least by the 20-minute mark, like someone will be going in there, 20, 30-ish minute mark. But, yeah, also picking up horizontal slash in the opening Agrabah as well, so getting some good Zigbar tools. Since especially finding that proof early, you're gonna keep the world that never was in the back of your mind to go at any time. So yeah, that reflect looks more important. Yeah, having that limit form is really good. So runners are already getting some really good tools for doing all that.
All right, so nothing too interesting yet in Halloween Town, which is crazy to say because it's a 15, and usually this world is very front-loaded. So for us to go to Santa's house without anything at all is kind of crazy.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Torn page. Report.
Mm-hmm. And that makes Halloween Town a 7, so that world's pretty much been killed off.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm watching Sonic's stream on I'm watching MegaSlim stream on his stream, but then I'm watching Sonic on I gotta watch it on the actual commentary one.
Yeah. Oh, that's an experience boost on Final Form's Keyblade. So that's pretty good to find. And also, yes, there was light and darkness, so Sonic is sitting with limit and final. So it's good. Slim finding a torn page in OC in the first check. So
it's a lot of pages for MegaSlim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's also getting more 5s off the board. Slim also picking up auto limit, which 2 auto forms actually in Auto Master. So
I'd say hitting up Piglet's house is worth a report if you could potentially find it. Further than that, though, I'd say that's a bit reaching.
Yeah.
Thunders are always nice, as Sonic finds one here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And Boreal being a 31 is pretty big as well.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's a few worlds that are a little more stacked than others and stuff like that, and it's either the world is really stacked or it has, like, a scary number, and then, like, the few exceptions where it's so small that we're not even going to go in. MegaSlim, however, is going to try and fish for that report.
Yep.
So we'll see if this was worth it.
I mean, the quick one's always nice, especially when you have... Well, I think he has level 2 glides. That's not bad.
More movement is always very good. And there wasn't anything in 100 Acre Wood, aside from the quick run, but...
I'm going to just go off a limb and assume we're not ever going to find out what that report tells us.
No. Like, it's...
Disney Castle we go. Hopefully this world is nice.
Yeah, hopefully early 5, early reflect. Disney Castle has given us a few Keyblades so far, so could see something pretty cool on them. Like the one that you kind of want to see is Combo Master, because like that's probably the biggest thing that could be on a Keyblade ability-wise, besides experience boost and like your other quality of life ones. But I think Combo Master really helps to enhance your combos and everything like that to make it even better. Wow, there was nothing in that.
Unfortunate. And leaving. Okay. I don't know. That's interesting. It is early. Maybe you don't want to commit.
Yeah.
We're only 8 minutes in, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty, right? It's gonna, the magic there is gonna be one you are relatively gonna want, need, and then 5 is always nice too. Maybe we'll see him go back.
Right. So Slim is about to find the limit form. About to find some good tools here for him. But yeah,
I understand it not going. There's a lot of big numbers right now that are a lot more concerning than just the one singular 5 there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the temptation now, I'd imagine, exists for MegaSlim as he finds limit form here in Agrabah.
Mm-hmm.
With this form, we shall see what they do. I imagine it's going to be one of the first things that both players do once they're done shotgunning everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, you got good enough movement at this point, right? I know Sonic found a quick run there in Halloween Town, so that would mean MegaSlim has quick run level 3, having gone into not Halloween Town, 100 Acre Wood. So with all that movement and stuff like that, the movement in STT will definitely be better than Sonic's by a small margin.
Also, getting some limit levels is always nice, right?
Right.
Dry forms, though it's not the biggest number, it is a 10, which is a little hard to ignore. Mm-hmm. We do have a few locations that we know of for 5, so it being a double 5, I right now I don't think is too realistic. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, because right now we know where. Let's see. At least from MegaSlim's side, we know where 3 5s are right now, and we only know where 1 more report is. Oh, 2 more reports are exactly. So, yeah, there's more likely possibility. Plus, we haven't found too much magic. We've seen a lot of hinted magic, but we haven't seen a ton of magic in the seed yet. So
yeah, one of these worlds is just going to be stacked with magic. One of the higher numbers.
Now, I'm wondering, with Sonic having more tools here in PR, I'm wondering if he would push town or push up to the minute fight or anything like that.
It's never a bad idea, right?
Yeah, I mean, with it being
I guess
all right,
that's a strong statement, but I shouldn't say it's never a bad idea, but it could be very useful in a lot of situations. Town, that is.
Right. But yeah, so both of our runners are coming to the end of their shotguns. I think you and I, Chico, probably agree pretty strongly that STT is not a bad play to be looking at, but a lot of your big full push worlds are pretty big numbers, so I mean, it's anyone's guess at this point, right?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I mean, the number being a 30, it's a 31 now, because we know that the Valor form is there, so depending how important Valor form is, essentially PR is almost just as important now that we can deduct that one of the forms is there in STT. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think I would go to Hollow Bastion first and probably stay there to corridors. to see what you find there, because Hollow Bastion could be a world full of information and or useful kit that would make one world seem a little bit more useful than the other, or be more efficient in another. Realistically, though, you have everything you need to be efficient in STT now at this point. If you're these players, you got the quick run, you got limit form,
right?
You got the dream.
Yeah, and I think MegaSlim heard you because he is going into Hollow Bastion. Meanwhile, Sonic is pushing into STT. So
interesting.
We're gonna be breaking down this 40. Well, 31 now, but haven't found that Valor form yet.
Twilight's on a bit of an ugly number, if you're asking me, for my opinion. A 20 in such a vast world, and also really big commitment.
Especially first visit.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Twilight Town get ignored to the very last, like towards like, you know, the ender side of the seed.
Yeah, because guarantee both the runners are going to be like, that's probably 2 3s and 2 7s, and they're just gonna stick to that mindset until pretty much proven otherwise.
Especially since levels is also like, it's a 5, but it's only a 5. Usually a big motivator early for people to go to Twilight Town is if they have a decent setup like Final Form and like an experience boost or something. And that makes Twilight Town a little bit more tempting for just longevity, but levels doesn't even really seem that that promising right now.
Right.
But 5s are 5s, and anything can happen. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. So
both the run form carrying both players in the worlds they're in.
Yep.
Sorry, go on.
Well, I was about to remark they're both getting those first few levels on limit form, so yeah. And I mean, both the runners are having their own advantages, right? Sonic's pushing a really big number. Meanwhile, MegaSlim is getting both levels on limit form and on final form, which in the long run will probably prove helpful for the world that never was and everything like that. First find in STT is a Thunder. Brings it to a 24, which is still a pretty interesting number. First thought that pops in my head on what else could be there is 3 magics and a report. But I mean, it's anyone's guess at this point. But Sonic is going to continue, so we'll know for sure here soon. MegaSlim picking up a glide in Hollow Bastion, so that extra glide is going to be, and quick run level 4. So MegaSlim making a good choice coming here, because that is going to be quite the movement difference coming into STT whenever he inevitably pushes it. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, it's not something you can ignore, at least in this seed. So yeah, this guy's going to be moving.
Sorry, I didn't realize that I was muted for the last like minute and a half.
Yeah, I saw you were muted, so I'm like, all right, I'll just jabber for a little while here.
I muted first. I forgot to unmute my phone.
It's all good, man. All good. But what are you seeing here, Chico? What are you thinking here?
I'm seeing a lot of interesting things, and I think in the next 2 minutes we should, I think more as far as Sonic is concerned, we'll have a lot more information than we will on the MegaSlim side. That's just me guessing. Only because Hollow Bastion has a pretty bad tendency of not giving you what you want when you want it, as we're seeing here. We have not found anything important yet, and we are entering Corridor's fight if you're MegaSlim. So either core is stacked or beyond it.
Right.
Which is a bit of a commitment. Both things. You could get some final levels here, though, which is nice. In Corridor's fight, that is. I don't know if the MegaSlim force final or if that was just...
both the runners forced final because it was on the Kingdom Key. So right. Both of them had it, and immediately as soon as they got limit form, were just both like, yeah, let's force this guy out. So.
And rightfully so, as final form is not popping up here in Hollow Bastion.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing's really popping up in Hollow Bastion right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would honestly be annoyed if I was MegaSlim and I came here for juice and I walked out with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel robbed.
Right. Now, one thing I will say for MegaSlim here is he's got a lot of horizontal movement, and usually you want that as a runner. You want those horizontal movements to make it through faster, but in course specifically, you're going to want some of that vertical movement. You're going to want some aerial dodges, high jumps for whenever you get into the gears area and moving upwards and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
it is possible to do with level 1 aerial dodge, but it's a lot easier said than done.
Right.
You got to sit there and like actually practice that. You're not just going to show up in tournament and be like, I'm going to do this with level 1 aerial dodge. It's going to be a little tough. You're going to for sure have to at some point sit down and practice it.
Right.
And that's just getting the ledge, like the clip, just to get to the other side. I do think if you could manage to get to the other side, Final Form should be able to do it to get him up the wall.
Right.
But it's getting over there. That's the difficult part. I'm not sure if he has found an aerial dodge yet.
I don't believe so. I don't think we've seen it.
That's the hardest movement to point out.
Mm. He looks slightly higher than last time. I think he's got.
Yeah, he spinned a little faster.
Yeah. All right, so I think MegaSlim's come to the end of his journey here in Hall of Bastion, and nothing. Just
that sucks.
Hall of Bastion not paying out. The only thing it paid out was movement, and like I said before, that'll be helpful in STT, but really would have liked to see something more concrete here. He's going into Port Royal.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Like I said, Port Royal and STT in my mind right now. Just watching, wow, STT gives you an experience boost. That's nice. And a report finally coming in. It's saying the world that never was has a fire.
So that kind of lessens its importance, but I mean, you still got to go through it. So
I definitely respect the PR push. I mean, it was either here or SCT, right? You got two choices. Valor Form didn't seem very tempting, obviously. So he's choosing this 31 over that one.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Sonic started pushing the Hall of Bastion. I mean, it really just depends on what's in STT. But, I mean, Hall of Bastion is definitely going to be a play that's made. Port Royal is going to be a play that's made if we don't find what we need to find early. So.
It could come down to the last decision of, like, very down the road where you have to go to Twilight Town if none of these three big worlds are really giving.
Right.
That or, hey, that 12 and LOD looks mighty fine, but that's something I would never, because I hate LOD. That's the last world I want to do.
Exactly.
It's a strong statement, actually. I dislike STT, but, man, if there's a proof in LOD, I'm losing every time.
Exactly. Like, same here. So.
I hate that world.
Yeah. Slim going to the 1 minute fight area. We got Genie, so there's a 5 off the board, making the world of 26, and he's going to keep pushing.
All right, so we have to start looking at 5s again on MegaSlim side. There is only, 3, 4, 5, 6 that MegaSlim doesn't know about. Mm-hmm. I don't think any 5s are hinted on MegaSlim's tracker. Let me compare it to Sonic. Sonic doesn't have any 5s that MegaSlim doesn't know about either. So there's only a few 5s left, and on the tracker we could account for 1, 2, 3 of them.
So we got once more. We got Wisdom in the side room of the mansion.
There you go. So now just deduct even more 5s if we're looking at MegaSlim's tracker. Yeah. Honestly, a little sad of an SCT, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless Wisdom and Valor are needed. Like if it's like that 5, if there's like a 5 maybe on dry farms. Other than that, the world was a little disappointing. I'd be a little disappointed at least if I was Sonic.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, what can you do? There's
and I mean that would be big if this race came down to getting enough of these drive forms to get those form checks, and then it ends up being 2 5s. I mean, That
The
would.
only problem with that is just that if Forms has a 5, it has to have 2 of them. And right now that's becoming a little bit more unrealistic with the amount of 5s that we can account for. That's the only thing that's making that not the dream. But that is definitely a best case scenario for someone that went to SET early in this kind of seed.
Yeah. Definitely with what he has, Sonic's probably going to level up Wisdom here or Valor or whatever he's going to. He's got a few options. So
here's another thing I'm actually curious about. Sonic specifically is the person that this is months ago. Me and him shared this mindset. Trinity's a nice find. Going to time of server is always something that you should do earlier. Obviously, it seems like we've done so much and we're not early on the seat anymore. Aerial dodge on Wisdom 3. But we're 20 minutes in, so this is still early, technically, but we've gone through so much.
That's a torn page. so that is a 5.
Yeah. Wow.
Man. This is a scene where you know where all the 5s are, and it's just a matter of, all right, which 5 is it?
Dude. Okay, so SET looking not so bad. Okay, so Sonic is going to stay here. That was what I was going to question. I know Sonic is a big fan of doing Time of Shiver early. For as long as I've been familiar with Sonic and Rando, someone that always liked pushing Time of Shiver. I know that his mindset on it is there's nothing really you can do to speed up mini escort. It's going to take the same amount of time no matter what part of the run you're in, so you might as well do it. I agree with that completely, and we're seeing it here. We're going for the 7-5, and at this point I think it was even better to not do it immediately, because now we know where a lot of the 5s are. It's time to start hunting for them, and that's what we're seeing here.
So Slim is coming up to Barbosa, and got to reflect, so that makes the world a 19 going into Barbosa.
Man, that's why I love this in system. It's so great. Especially seeds like these where it's just, so much is getting done so quickly.
So, Slim taking a death to Barbosa there.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's one I hate. I've died like that, and it honestly it annoys me so much. Right when the fight starts, Barbosa just is already in kill animation, and you just die. It happens. Barbosa, for as easy as he is to beat, he could very easily kill you.
Right. So now the question becomes, it doesn't necessarily become, but on all of the drive levels that we don't already have, which one has the last 5 check on there? And I guess it all comes down to where Master Form is, because Master Form is the only drive form we don't know where it is. So I'm just someone who thinks drives. So
dude, you have to at this point, right? We know obviously MegaSlim doesn't know, but we know that that's a 5 there. So these forms are going to be. It's really just going to come down to a lot of micromanagement when you have so many 5s available to you. It's just the most that you can make out of a situation. Obviously, there's certain. Sometimes, this is what you should have been doing the whole time kind of thing, but that's just how it goes sometimes. But with so many 5s on the table, especially 2 of them being on forms and levels, you're going to have to do a really good job as a player of managing that into everything you do.
And drives have been really paying out. Valor 2 giving you a finishing plus. The Torn Page, an aerial dodge, Trinity limit. Just so many good things have been on drives that aren't necessarily important checks, but are important to speed up certain fights and
make the game more playable, more enjoyable.
Right. Sonic also finding some good armor going through here.
And getting some EXP for Wisdom Form as well. Very good. Yeah. All right, so we're reaching the end of PR2 slowly but surely. Not a lot of stuff's been popping up. We have 7 and a 5. That's nice. I'd imagine the next segment of PR should be juicy. It's always scary when it's not, though, right?
Right. Sonic pushing into Beast Castle. We know it is a 5. He's going to get some Valor levels here. He's got the Trinity limit in order to use against Thresholder. So this is not a bad play from him, especially now having the tools to make it quick.
No, I love the way Sonic's playing the seed. Sonic is, okay, report and PR.
Ooh.
Agrabah has cure. Okay.
And the Master Form. Master Form and PR, so PR is done.
No, I really like the way Sonic's playing the seed. Very early on is starting to divert away from the bigger numbers, not being distracted by their beauty, and is chasing 5s while also leveling up forms whenever he can. As we saw in the last world, we saw him killing the Heartless at the Waterway, see him killing him now on his way through the shotgun of Beast Castle Valor Form in the beginning. Just a lot of hard chasing 5s while also being efficient with dry forms. I like that.
Right. Speaking of being efficient with dry forms, immediately after getting that Master Form, Slim is leveling it up. Yeah. And he's going to go into core, so... yeah.
Exactly. So they're playing differently. It's like hard chasing 5s and then check density. That's like world clearage. Mm-hmm. They are playing quite a different play style. More pages. There's the 5 in Beast Castle.
Right.
Very early. The Blizzard I don't think is worth staying for Thresholder. I imagine we see Sonic leave.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how you or anyone else that's able to do core skip in Master Form does it. I can't do it. Like grabbing the ledge to like ledge clip, I can't do it in Master Form.
I've done it a few times without taking off high jump. I think I've just gotten used to where it is, and just I don't know. Just if I'm
in Master Form, sorry, I can't grab the ledge. I need to be like in base Sora.
Heck yeah.
Well, because I do use the little wall bonk.
Right. So MegaSlim went ahead and did core skip, second try. And Sonic is now pushing into Hollow Bastion, so he is going to be right on Slim's tail. Now, as far as I know, I think Sonic has aerial dodge level 2, so that is possible to do core skip with, but it is, like you said, with same thing with aerial dodge 1, it is extremely tough.
Yeah. So. All right, so Chicken Little, another 5 coming in for us here in the beginning of core.
Mm-hmm. This seed's interesting. It's a blizzard, so the inside of core is finally starting to pay out in Hollow Bastion. So
there's 5 5s unaccounted for, but we know the location of a couple of them. 3 or 2 to be exact. So literally a couple.
We got actual final form. We got another reflect. So it is. This is fun. This is fun to watch because
one of the streamers started playing music because I could hear it now, and I'm rocking out to it.
There you go.
Oh, was that in-game music? Where was that? I'm curious. Someone's playing with a music mod, and the song that was just playing, I don't know where the game that was from, but it was got like.
Man, I gotta figure that out. All right, last 3 checks in core. What do we got? Nothing. We got high drive recovery, and the last thing in core is an AP boost. All right. So, Hollow Bastion sitting at a 10.
All right, we're MegaSlim now, right? And we have limit form, and SCT exists. We have to go, don't we?
It's inevitable. It's the Thanos of this seed, man. Like you have to do it.
I'm surprised MegaSlim saved it for last of like the 3 golems that were of this seed, which was STT, Hollow Bastion, and PR.
Mm-hmm.
SCT being the one that MegaSlim is doing last. I will say one thing. Now that we're going, though, and we know that dry forms is 2 5s, MegaSlim does have Master Form, so that's another form that Sonic's not gonna have if MegaSlim decides to go.
Like, you madman.
Wow.
Slim.
Wow.
Honestly, at this point, I think Slim is in the mindset of, if it's SCT, I lose. I think it's just one of those seeds where...
I hate when I get that way. As a player myself, I hate it.
I mean, for us, that's always LOD, but I mean...
It depends on who I'm playing. Depends on who I'm playing. If I know a player's like very known for doing a certain world or something, I'm just like, okay, well, I lose if it's there, so I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna just pretend that world doesn't exist. I do think I 100% I think that way, but I also, when I think that way, I hate it. I'm always like, oh, it's so unhealthy. Report.
It's a no crap report.
Yeah.
Halloween Town has torn pages. It's strange as well, because we are now approaching, well, on their low list timers, it's around 30 minutes. It's definitely been more for the actual time.
So we know where all the forms are. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yep. We know where all the forms are. But yeah, like only 30 minutes in the seed load lists, and so much has happened. Like,
since we know where all the forms are, that means there can't be one in Twilight Town. So I'm going to touch on 17. 17 could be a juicer. It could be a 5/5, potentially. 17 could be a 7/5/5, or it could also be a 7/7/3. Both are realistic. Just the potential that this world has to be a 5/5 is pretty juicy right now. Especially since we know that
I think it would be interesting, since Slim is leveling up Final Form and everything like that. It would be interesting to see if, like, at least on Master Form, because that's the one up that Slim has on Sonic.
Sorry, I stopped talking randomly. I was looking at the trackers. Go on.
Oh, it's all good. It would be interesting to see if each runner gets something that the other runner doesn't have on forms. Like, I think that would be fun. Just to see that, like, oh, Slim got this on Master Form, meanwhile Sonic got this on Wisdom. Like, that'd be a fun little divide between them in terms of what they have gotten.
Ooh. Yeah, there is not.
So, all right. So Slim's starting to make his way through Tower, and I'm starting to look at the math here. Let's see what's going on.
That's why I'm like looking at two trackers, trying to account for.
Ooh, it's a Magnet Burst in Wizard's Tower, so pretty good manner of crowd control if Combo Master was on the table. And so, what does Slim not have that Sonic has?
He doesn't have the once more on the page on the forums.
Yeah, so there are 4 5s unaccounted for. One on levels, one on forms, one DC. Other than that, we have seen every other. Oh yeah, since forms are gone, there's one in LOD. So we know where the rest of the 5s are. And so it's just a matter of pushing either DC, keep pushing forms, level up, or go to LOD. I think that's really the only thing that the runners can do at this point, past what they've already done. But that's us metagaming. They don't know that, so.
Also, hi, Zach.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Yeah. We're getting some insider information. It's fine. We're like the Secret Servicemen putting our our fingers up to our ears listening through.
Who's Zach? I forgot. You didn't hear me say that.
Who's Zach? So MegaSlim is moving into the world that never was. Okay. I mean, he doesn't have the report that says it's a 7 and a 3, but still a world that you got to do at some point. And his magic stat is over the floor.
Strength's a little bit lacking.
Yes. So
I think that's something we haven't really acknowledged, right? Their magic stat is pretty juiced.
Oh yeah.
Both players.
In terms of levels, Slim
very respectable. Yeah.
has an edge, but so the fire's in the opening 4 checks of the world that never was. So that's pretty good find. I was about to say, how is Sonic leveling up Master Form? But he has Auto Master, so that makes more sense. So I think we are going to see a bit of a time save from Sonic, because since he's going to find a lot here in core, he is probably not going to push past the dancer fight, just because of there being nothing past the dancers. So,
I like the way MegaSlim's doing Roxas.
Yeah. I think he is just about done. Yep. There you go.
Nice.
So yeah, we're not going to see any quick running Roxas today. I think our runners are too strong for that, and they're going to find any way to save time if they can. So we'll see if we can find that report in the world that never was. See what that hints. Could be big for MegaSlim, could not.
It really could be. And then staying here wouldn't be, terrible decision, but definitely not necessary right now. Unless you really feel like you need a report, which I don't think any of these players feel like they need one right now.
Right. Now, I think the big report that he could find that could change things is hinting that torn page on drives. I think that would be big, because that would tell him that drives are 5 and 5. The Valor form looks more enticing.
I'm just mind blown that STT.
Yeah,
it's just still there. That it still lives and breathes.
Yeah, like
for MegaSlim.
What the heck, Slim? Like. So, I don't think we're going to see a Zigbar fight here. Yeah. Because he killed off the world for a 5 and a 5 and decided not to go.
Honestly, we didn't acknowledge it, but it is a pretty unfortunate way that Twilight Town unfolded. By that, I mean, it did give 2 reports, which is cool. But realistically, like I said, I don't really think either of these players... There was no report that really changed anything. It was not a drastic report. There's the report for LOD, which is nice. But on MegaSlim's side, that is of the reports that he has. But the world itself, a big commitment, and just didn't pay out the way that obviously MegaSlim wanted it to. Mm-hmm. But that all comes down to him not doing ST. That's really what it came down to.
Right.
So a little unfortunate in a couple ways.
Mm-hmm. So Sonic's proving me wrong. He is pushing the dancer fight, probably for those final levels. Yeah, I'm wondering, where do we go from here? Like, what is the play?
It is whichever 5 seems more enticing to you. I think LOD would not be a bad decision. You could always level forms up there, even if it's not the most efficient or the most tide-changing experience. It is some.
All right, Slim. Slim is finally going into STT. held off on that for quite a long time. Sonic, I wouldn't be surprised if Sonic after this...
Boreal.
Yeah. Port Royal is probably the best decision here, just due to the amount of checks and everything like that. But no, he is proving us wrong and going to Twilight Town. Which kind of makes a little bit of sense. I mean, here's a good place to level up Final Form, a good place to level up Wisdom, Valor, Limit, pretty much like get all of his form levels topped off.
That's kind of what Sonic's been doing for the last, like 10 minutes is really just anywhere he can go where you could also level up all of my forms. That's kind of what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think Sonic is putting levels on a pedestal, form levels more specifically, because this isn't really a great place to get like regular levels, like especially early on. What I mean, so like, yeah, you could push all the way to TT3 for levels, but I mean, do you really want to after seeing what TT1 was like and what was actually here? So. Sonic probably thinks TT is a 5 and a 5. Maybe? But I think seeing what is left, I wouldn't put all of my cards on that bet. Or actually, what he might be thinking is LOD is a 9 and a 3 and trying to place the 5 and a 5 somewhere different. We know where both the XP boosts are. We have there was an EXP boost on a drive level and EXP boost on Final Form's Keyblade. So yeah, we have both the EXP boosts. Well, Sonic has both the EXP boosts. Slim will get it once he levels up Wisdom, I want to say. Either it was Wisdom or it was Valor level 2. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah, so I think Sonic is putting either pushing forms or he is doing math wrong in terms of how we're seeing it.
We have the all-seeing eye, though. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. We got a Zach's metal detector.
Yeah. It tells no lies.
Or proof detector, that's it. But I feel like if you were to level and grind forms, the world never was would be the best. For some, yes. But once you get to a certain point in the world that never was, you can't really level on Heartless because it just becomes a bunch of nobodies. Valor's still good. Limit's still good. Final's still good. Master, none of the nobodies dropped. None of the nobodies
efficiency goes. Only because we're not going to see anyone go to Mansion. So at this point, the world that never was becomes the only spot that's legitimate, like going to be giving good experience.
Right.
As far as Final goes, and then yeah, exactly. You can level up Limit. It's no, it's not bad because the door there does revert you, so it's not like too bad. Valor form is nice there with all of the with one of the platforms. I forget what those nobodies are called. Little ones that turn into swords. Sorry, I don't know what
creepers.
Called. Yeah, is that what they're called?
I think they're called creepers. Good. Yeah,
and then Final in general just comes naturally there.
Yeah, the best creepers in video games, right?
No, I'm bad with names. Like legit, I've talked about it.
So am I.
I'm like, if you show me like any enemies in this game, I won't be able to tell you their name except for like dusks and shadows.
The ones that confuse me are the bells. So like any of the enemies that use like magic damage that look like bells. So like the red Nocturne or the yellow Symphony or whatever they're called. Like it just. Like I can tell what color they are. I just don't know which musical term goes with them. So
I remember I was talking about it, and then Dewey shouts out. I was talking about it on stream. He's like, "Is it bad that you don't know any of their names, or is it bad that I know all of them?" It's like, I don't know.
I think a good midway between that is pretty good. Knowing a few of them, but not knowing all of them. So, looking at how much both the runners have done and the order they've done them in and everything like that, I think they're actually neck and neck, just in terms of how much they've done and everything like that.
I agree. I think Twilight Town being the great equalizer for that.
Yeah. Because MegaSlim's got the edge in the world that never was, having already beaten Roxas. Meanwhile, Sonic has already finished all of STT. So,
I think the biggest thing here is just the drives. Since Sonic went to STT super early, Sonic's drive forms and drive management just in general has been really just admirable to see and super, super good. I think that's, if anything, going to be the biggest difference, if that's what it comes down to.
Right. Sonic is pushing into LOD, so to me, pushing into LOD and doing that opening fight, I'm like, please let it be here. Like, please let the check be here so I don't have to do anything else. But yeah, he is having to push a little bit further.
Look how cute that magnet is. It's a little baby.
A little baby magnet.
It's trying.
It's trying its best. See Slim doing the world that never was, soon for potential leveling. What I'm thinking for Slim, as soon as he gets Valor and Wisdom form, I think he's going to push DC. Because Windows are a really good place to level up Master form, Wisdom form, most of your forms. And like you said, he's already got the edge in the world that never was. So yeah, he's going to go there for final form leveling. But for everything else, there's DC. LOD is definitely a world that is now on both of their plates as soon as Slim finishes STT. But yeah, I would see a DC push before an LOD push. I don't know. What about you, Chico? What do you think about that?
I think MegaSlim for sure is. I think that's very possible because MegaSlim for sure is going to have to start chasing 5 soon, as we found our 5 very early here in LOD, and it was the proof.
Yeah.
So
that's not a bad place, because I mean,
no, yeah, that's not like a ground changing place. Mm-hmm. It's not deep, you know.
Right. So that's not too bad. So now, Sonic, the only place is. So now, what do you do if you're Sonic? Do you push all of those other 5s, or do you start going into PR, which is a 31?
If I'm Sonic, I don't know, because if I was, I'd be in this tournament. If you're asking me, if you're asking me what I would do, I'd probably start chasing some 5s.
Okay. Okay. I mean, you can get some good leveling in PR, especially after the 1 minute fight. If you damage yourself enough, you can do a little bit more. But
yeah. Honestly, like I said, it goes back. If you're actually asking me, I would have a toxic mindset. I'd have a very unhealthy one, and I would just be like, you know what? If it's in PR, I've lost, because I have not done PR. I'm gonna just chase some 5s, but I'm bad, so maybe Sonic won't do that.
Okay, Slim. Listen, man. He could have gone one more room and had a save point right there, but he decided, you know what? We're gonna backtrack all the way to Nominee's room and save warp out that way. I'm just getting a laugh out of that.
Oh wow, MegaSlim, LOD, I like it.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
One on Roxas is doing things.
Right.
Yeah, I totally. I mean, it only makes sense to come here if you're MegaSlim, because you have the forms now. You also have a proof now. But yeah, just to level up forms, 100% worth.
This is quite the equalizer here. But
It's funny how it ended up panning out. They both really played this seed completely different, but it's all come like super full circle.
Now,
Whereas Sonic has like just been leveling forms everywhere, and then MegaSlim's like, oh, LOD, I can level forms here, let's go. And then it works. It just works.
I think Sonic might be pushing. I don't know. I think he might want the hint and he might want the levels. So, other than that, Slim? Oh, Slim doesn't know. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't know about the 5s on drives yet. So he is pushing Hall of Bastion. I forget where. I think it was one more wisdom level. I think we'll tell. Yeah, so it's gonna. Yeah, that's gonna be quite the. That's gonna be quite the revelation in the middle of Final Fantasy fights. But he's gonna get it up to 7. So, I mean, is this really? Is that really that bad of a play?
There's quite a few variables that could play in.
Mm-hmm. So.
Man, Demix holding in there.
Okay, so level 28 gave Feather Charm.
Pan. Wow.
So that's Pan. So now, looking at Sonic's side, so either Stitch is on drives and the proof is in DC, or it's flipped. Either the proof is on drive forms or in DC. So
this is scary. Imagine if it just pops up here.
This is interesting. And that's the thing, like Slim is going to get some level 7s out of this, so
I mean, you kind of like
Combo Master on Wisdom 5.
I think you have to do PR, right? If you're Sonic at this point, because I don't know. I mean, it's you know that it's going to be forms.
Well, I want to know what's his form levels at right now. Like, what is his?
Yeah, because he's been working on him. He's been hitting at it for a while.
Yeah, because if he's getting a lot of 6s now, like he's this. All right. So 6 on everything but final, and finals on 5. So yeah, if he's this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go to PR to get that last form.
This is gonna get interesting.
You have to.
Well, speaking of things getting interesting, he is getting DM'd by Zigbar, so.
And you know what's even juicier for MegaSlim is that Master Form and Disney Castle, they're a really cute couple. Really cute.
Yeah.
They look good together, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're the prom king and queen, man.
And I think we're gonna see it here.
Yeah. Oh, what is that report that he got? Oh, OC is door pages, so yeah. Oh man, this is getting spicy. Yeah. So Slim knows where everything's at now in this game. So he's going to be doing some Valor levels. Yeah, the one thing that we don't want to see, you don't want to see if you're a Sonic fan, is a level 7 proof, because that is going to be.
And we're going to have the answers to that pretty soon here.
Yeah.
With Sonic leveling up final. Because all of Sonic's forms are 6. Oh no, final Master is at 5, I believe.
Oh yeah. I forgot that he has Auto Master. Yeah,
that's another thing. Sonic's been leveling up Master just as efficiently as his other forms without even having it.
Right. Man. This seed is interesting. Like, it started off.
All right, Wisdom 7, the first one to get knocked down. Nothing there.
All right. So Sonic is taking the lead in the world that never was, but yeah,
that's a scary one.
Yeah, like there's.
I mean, we know everything. If you're a spectator, it's just a matter of.
Well, and that's the other thing is that Sonic also is seeing that 31 in Port Royal, and he's like, well, what if there's a 5 in there? Which there is, and it's Genie, but like, I mean...
And the form you're gonna need, potentially. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, unless it's Master 6 or Final 6. Those are the only 2 6s we don't know about.
Yeah. All right. Power level 7.
Nothing.
All right. It is time to push a mouse. Here in a second.
Cutscenes
or not.
Are playing. Shout out Pluto.
Yeah. Well, and also thinking about Sonic's mindset at this point, he might be saying, like, if Slim hasn't finished already, then it's not in PR. Like, you could metagame it a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot that could be going through the runners' minds, and just forcing the audience to use algebra. Yeah, I mean, things are happening. There we go.
So, if we are comparing both dry form levels, Sonic has Valor, Wisdom, and Limit Form to 6. Master and Final are 5. MegaSlim has Valor and Wisdom to 7. So that leaves us just with 5 checks left on dry forms. So the odds of it being on a 7, it is possible. And if it is on a 7, and like you said, you're a Sonic fan, it's not the best case scenario for you.
Yeah.
But MegaSlim does have a little bit of catching up to do on forms. Not that much now that we've seen him get Valor and Wisdom to 7. And we see him working on Final now, getting it to 6. It'll be the first time we see Final 6, I believe.
He's also double EXP boosting, so he is catching up in terms of levels to where Sonic is currently.
Is Master 6? Sorry, the numbers are so small. Okay, sorry. The numbers are small. That little wee bitty line, I couldn't see it.
All right.
So even less check locations now. So the chances of it being on a 7 are increased that much.
Yeah, it's...
There's a magnet here in Twilight Town.
Gotcha. All right, so he's got Magnega. All right.
Oh boy, I have both streams audio on and they're both at 1 HP, so I'm hearing like duplicate sirens going off at different times.
Boing, 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 boing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Proof, I think, on
Final level 6. Okay. Ooh. That Sonic doesn't have it. Oh my god. Okay, now here's the thing. If Sonic pushes anywhere after this, aside from a world where nobodies are run rampant, dang. This is
very doable.
Oh yeah.
The world that never was progression, it's not non-existent, but virtually it is almost non-existent for MegaSlim. And Final Form for Sonic is it's there, and he doesn't need Master to find it.
Right.
So this
but he could get into his own head. There is.
Imagine.
Yeah, just
Imagine
just,
ignoring PR the entire time, and it didn't matter. Technically.
Ooh, he is pushing DC, so
That's not a world typically that you could do Final Form in.
right. So it's just there are no nobodies in this world. So, well, there is one, 2 if you count as Data. Yeah, man.
I don't know. Look at the stats. So, he's over the floor for strength and magic.
Mm-hmm.
We are seeing a DM from Zigbar, so this is a little time consuming. I'm surprised to see it. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
Both the runners had a DM from Zigbar in both their fights. So, I mean,
I'm trying to think, like, how long do you think these fights will take for MegaSlim?
about that long, because he is through Zigbar.
Well, pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think of how long it would take to get to the gate from here.
Don't know.
It's hard to tell because he's at the floor, so it's kind of like, what's the fastest, you know?
Right.
I'd say at least, I'd say like 4.5 to 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm also looking at their loadless times. They are very similar. So, like this really just comes down to when is Sonic going to get like that last little bit of experience on Final.
Yeah, it's Sonic has played the seed. I'm actually a really big fan of how Sonic played the seed. Only because Sonic, like, very early on, I'm gonna say this as he's also ignored PR, but I feel like Sonic has, you know, just played and just really early was chasing 5s and was just trying to cover as many options as possible at the time that he could, whether it be leveling up forms here or there, getting a 5 while doing it, just super early on, trying to cover as many options as he possibly could.
Right.
Which I love to see. I think that's a really, really great playstyle, and it's a playstyle that I personally try to, do myself. So I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah, same. It's just, it's always the last one in terms of form roulette. It's the last one that you think of, the last one you pick. Just.
If only Pete was a nobody.
Mm-hmm. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he basically is.
it really comes down to the next decision.
Yeah.
It's the next decision that Sonic makes here. If it's okay.
We have a race.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I think we have to look at the loadless times as well.
Yeah, like this.
We have to start looking at the timers. They're about the same.
Yeah. So it's.
And there's the proof. Okay, I think it's. I don't know.
I mean, it's. It is kind of conclusive, but yet not, because it's not over till it's over. Oh man. And I think Sonic at that point was like, if it wasn't on 6, he was gonna go do Port Royal. So I mean, wow, this. This was a nuts.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Have you ever heard of Port Royale before?
No.
You never heard of, I haven't heard of it either.
Never. I've heard of a lot of ports in my life, but never Port Royale. Like Port-au-Prince. Just
it's insane how much has been done in less than an hour.
Yeah, like think about it. Like there are how many more checks are on Sonic's side? He's got 5, 10, 15, 16 more checks. So there were 16 checks left on Sonic's side, and on Slim's side there were 4, 7, 8, 11, 12. So just wow. But Sonic has the chicken. You're right. You're right. Sonic does have a chicken. So does MegaSlim. So I mean,
I think it is actually, and I think these players they approach the seed completely different. Maybe not completely, but very different.
Yeah.
Sonic for a while was not derailed, but chose to do the hard 5s, whereas MegaSlim was chasing the bigger check density numbers. I mean, think about it. Like, look at like Port Royale. That's the that is actually, you know, the big difference. That's the big difference here. The biggest.
Yeah, that was the great divide. It's Port Royal. So I mean, yeah, Slim put on like very little ethers. So I mean,
hey, sometimes you just gotta go.
Yeah, you just got to make things happen, man. Yeah, and given the low list time, like there isn't enough time for if Slim
it's about like 10-second difference.
So, like we said, it's not over till it's over, but I mean, it's looking pretty over.
It would take a very like tragic death on Sonic's side, which I don't know what happened.
Now I'm interested. He just menued down to Trinity limits. So I'm wondering. This could be cool. What is? Oh no, he's not being cool. He's not cool.
So we're level 39 if you're Sonic, 36 if you're the 6 and 5 are just so hard to do. Can't tell anymore. I don't know about you. Maybe it's just because I suck. Sometimes when my magic stat is really juiced, I accidentally do 1 extra reflect than I should, and I get a DM from Zemnis. I doubt that'll happen, but sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
I'm too strong for my own good.
Just get like some of those off days where it just.
I don't think we'll see that. I think we are going into. Oh,
yes. Wow. Accidentally doing Trinity, but he got it. So
yeah, that was pretty. That was a nice recovery.
Wow. GG's to Sonic, man. That is. Wow. Wow, man. Yeah, and with that, he takes it. So,
dude, it's insane to see how this could have like. The seed really did either like bite Sonic in the ass or win him the way he did? Because I still think it's crazy, the PR, the whole PR thing.
Yeah. Well, now we can ask him because here is Sonicshadowsilver2. GG's,
Sonic,
man.
congratulations, GG's.
Yeah. So we were wondering, man, like PR just still sitting there. I mean,
Yeah.
What was it about it that just this seed was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Well, I knew where a lot of 5s were, so we found a proof of prize and wanted to kind of focus on the 5s.
Gotcha.
Like,
Yeah.
when I found a Corpay, I knew that Rifle was happy about having number 5. So basically, at that point, like, we basically once we found the report for the Thunder and Ladder Rabbit, I basically knew where all 5s were except for 1. So I wanted to focus on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, because that early STT play was really something. Because as soon as I mean, go ahead.
We had limit for him really early, and we had like quick level career really early too. So why not? It's like a 4B was super big for what it normally has.
Yeah, but this was a really well done seed by both you. Slim did go into PR, got master form, and everything like that, and we were just wondering, like as soon as you were getting down to the end of it, that final level 6, man.
Yeah, I honestly thought I lost when I found that.
I mean, Slim did find it earlier, but he was further back in the world that never was than you were. So
yeah,
that was the end of it. But like, you guys were extremely close. Just both of you were picking up each other's slack wherever you were both going, and it just came down to who was going to find final level 6 and who was further in the world that never was. But
yeah, pretty much. Well, I was worried about my Easter situation too, because I knew I didn't have a lot left, so that's why, like, I didn't get it on the way to Memphis 1. So, otherwise, if I had the money out, then yeah, I did it earlier. Basically. Or Memphis 1 just finished. I don't know what his low list is, though.
His low list is 105.38. So
oh, wow.
you took it, man. You are going on, man. Yeah, excellent job from both the runners. Sonic coming away with the win. He will be facing Jared Weekstrike in the finals of the losers bracket.
Yep.
How you feeling about that?
I finally had a rematch with Derek, like he's been wanted. Yeah, me and Derek had a regular career like a long time.
Gotcha.
So this should be super interesting.
Hey,
Slim, GG's.
Yep, GG Sonic. Oh, this is a weird one.
Yeah, it was.
I'm curious on what you did. Are there any worlds you did not do?
Port Royal.
Okay, yeah. Dang.
We were sitting here wondering at the end, we're like, okay, does Slim have the edge here with the level 7s? But didn't need it. It was on the 6th of final, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you get Stitch in TR?
Yeah, I did.
How far was it? Was it just in Shotgun TR?
Nope.
Oh boy.
Future Pete.
Future Pete? Okay.
Yep.
Level 6 drives.
Yeah, I was worried about that too because I was saying in the chat, in the stream, like, I lost to level 6 before, so I was super paranoid on leveling up all the masters to level 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
When of course, the last form I got to level 6 was final form.
Yeah. It was weird. I kind of sacked Disney's Castle. It came to the point where, like, I knew either 2 5s were in Hallowed Bastion and Drives. By the time I did Demix, I was going to go to Wisdom. Told me a Torn Page was on it, so I knew Hallowed Bastion was dead.
Yeah.
And just went forms after that. Kind of lost Form Roulette, but...
Yeah, like, going through SCT, like, super early actually did help you out a lot.
Yeah. Wait, what time did you do SCT?
Around 10, 14 minutes in.
Okay. Yeah.
Then we had level 3 super early. We had limit 4 super early.
Hmm.
It's a 4B, so let's do it.
Yeah, Slim, you pushed it with a little more movement than Sonic did. I think you had like level 3 glide when you went in, and level 4 quick run. But I mean,
yeah,
right.
still, yeah.
I had 4 quick run. I had level 2 glide. I don't think I got 3.
Okay.
The whole seed.
Yeah, then.
Oh, this seed was weird. This seed was so weird.
Yep.
It was a seed where you knew where you had to go as soon as you started it, and it was just where's limit form.
Yeah.
You kept pushing for Valor form. That was in the chest before Axel as well.
Yeah, but I was really hoping it was not an Axel 2 as well. Otherwise, I might just abandon it.
Oh yeah, me too. I would have probably left. I would have got too scared.
Yeah, because Rifles were still cut at that point, so
it wasn't worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But excellent job by both of our runners. In the chat of the KH2Rando Twitch stream, you can see both of their channels. Go drop them a follow. They're both extremely good racers. If not, they wouldn't have made it this far. But yeah, Sonic moves on to the finals of the losers bracket, and Slim is knocked out of the league. But excellent job by both of the runners today.
Oh yeah, no, this is a good race.
Yeah, for sure. That was close too.
Yeah. I don't feel like I made too many mistakes. I did get DM'd by Zigbar, but we cleaned that one up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Slim, you finished top 4. So.
Oh yeah, crushed it.
Number 4, man.
Super happy about that one.
Yeah, congrats on top 4, MegaSlim.
Sonic, I'll be rooting for you.
Great.
Who do you go on to play?
Jared.
All right. I'll be rooting for you.
Right, you.
All right, but yeah, the next race that'll be coming to you, we're gonna figure out the scheduling here later on. But yeah, it will be Sonic versus Jared. So I hope you guys will come and see that. Definitely going to be a really good match. But right now we are going to be rating Palpu Komi. She is training up for the beginner tourney, which begins tomorrow. So yeah, go send her some love. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. GG's to both the runners, and we hope you have a great night.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.